Good morning. Hello, Fit. Oh my goodness, it feels so weird to be streaming again, but even weirder doing it in the morning. I'm all over the place. Hello, Blue Jay. Welcome in. It's actually I haven't seen you for a while, Blue Jay. How you doing? It's nice to see a couple of familiar faces in the chat. Going from night to daytime, well, not even daytime, going from night to morning, it almost feels like I'm starting again in a lot of ways, which is both exciting and very, very, it's a funny feeling. Do you know, actually, I've done really well this morning. Do you know, and it's 8:15 now. So normally I'm aiming to be live about 8. And I was actually ready. I was here ready to go at 8. And I ran into the OBS problem that I had late last year, which I thought was the internet, but it's actually an OBS crash problem that I've now discovered. So I had to restart everything and start clean. So I was actually ready on time. Hello, Alina. Welcome in. What's going on? So I woke up a little bit before the alarm even. I haven't had a coffee yet. I haven't even had a coffee, but I will be. I will be. I've still got my my morning tea, and then I'll have a cheeky little espresso or 5, and I think we'll be absolutely golden. But I'm really enjoying the thought of having all of my nights free again. Makes me feel really relaxed though, even though I'm up early and changing my schedule around. Being like free at night hasn't happened for so long, and I'm really like looking forward to that part. But Happy New Year, everyone. How was your Christmas and New Year break? I hope it was everything you wanted it to be. I hope you're feeling refreshed and ready for 2025. I definitely am this year, and I didn't really feel that last year. I didn't really feel the excitement for the year that I feel this year. There's lots of new stuff going on, and I'm just really ready. You had an eventful break. Or I hope that's eventful as in lots of stuff to do obligation wise with the family, and not eventful as in lots of bad shit happened over the break, because that would suck. Were you off for 2 weeks, or was it just one? We have to hydrate this morning as well. A shit show. Oh, is everything all right? 2 weeks and it was a shit show. That is awful, because you work so hard for that 2-week break. And for me, and probably you as well, that's probably like the biggest break you take in a row normally. That is supposed to like wind you down after the year and set you up for the year ahead, that 2 weeks. So if something weird happens in that time, it's like you're starting the year on the back foot. And that's what happened last year in a way. Like, to me, I got sick halfway through the break, and I was really sick, and it was straight after New Year. So the week that I was supposed to use to recharge, I was just totally sick. I was still sick when I came back to work. Work was an instant shit show last year, and I just felt like I'd had no break. It was the worst. Hello, Muffins. Oh, you were sick all week. I was just saying that. Oh my God. Are you feeling better now? I'm so sorry. I just went through that last year, and it sucks. It's the most annoying thing, and you're just willing yourself to get better, and it's miserable. Oh, you had family drama while camping. Then you got sick, and 2-year-old niece broke her femur when her dad fell on her slipping up the riverbank. Oh my God. I'll make a coffee for you as well this morning. I'll put some whiskey in it as well. That's awful. You'd just be like almost glad to go back to work in a way when it's like that. You're 80% better. Yeah, it's this hanging bit that hangs on. It's like a cough, or last year I was so stuffed up. And when you're making content, it is the most irritating thing getting over a virus or a cold, because you find it hard to talk for long periods of time. Your nose gets stuffed up. The cough gets in the way. Oh, it's so frustrating. So I don't like getting sick anyway, but I'm extra... If someone's sick, like, stay away, because it just stuffs up my entire vibe. Oh, hello, Erg. I've got new alerts. What do you reckon? Huh? Smooth as silk, baby. I have new alerts and new music.
I'm 6.9% better.
6.9% better. What do you mean you're 6.9% better? Have you been sick as well? You have another challenging year ahead. Oh, I hope it's a good one for you, Alina. 2024 was shit for so many people, and I really hope 25 is better. I really, really think we need this. Oh, there we go. What do you reckon? Is it working? Hopefully it's working okay. I've got new alerts. We have a new overlay. We have new music. And thank you, Oz, for demonstrating. We have new emotes. So you may have noticed I've had a slight hair change. So we've got new emotes and we have some animated ones as well. So all the Twitch subscribers have got access to quite a lot more emotes than you had before. And I've also, over on YouTube, members get access to the still customized emotes. I've used all my emote slots on YouTube, and they don't let you have more until you have more members. So hopefully I can build that up over time as well. Thank you so much, Irk, for the resub. Thank you, Oz, for the resub as well. I'm glad you're well, Irk. It's so lovely to see your face in the chat. We have missed Irk. We really, really have. I'm so excited about this new time zone. I just feel like I can see like a larger range of people. And it almost reminds me of streaming during the pandemic when it felt like I could connect with people from all over the world. I think it's going to be a bit more like that. And that was something that I loved about streaming during that time. So I'm excited. And I can see the Muff as well. What do you reckon, Muff? Hello, Wayne. No, it's not too late. Happy New Year. I think you can Happy New Year right up until about maybe like the 20th of January. I reckon. About the 20th of January. Hello, Julia. Thank you for the resub. What do you think about my new alerts? I could listen to that tune all day. Thank you so much for the 22 months. Happy New Year. How are we doing? What's going on? We've just been chit-chatting. I've been chit-chatting and we've been having a little catch-up about what everyone's been up to over the Christmas and New Year break. I haven't even talked about what we're doing today because we've been too busy talking. But we're actually playing some Supermarket Simulator today. And I know we played that about a year ago. And at the time, it felt like we had pretty much exhausted as much of that game as we could. So it was getting a little bit like quality of life stuff was becoming a problem as the shop got bigger. I had a little peep at it last night. They have done so much to this game. I feel like most people have probably walked away from Supermarket Sim and thought that it was done. But there is so much new content. Apparently, the developer that used to be a single developer now has a team of developers, and they have added cleaning to the shop, more customization, self-serve checkouts, staff to do the self-serve checkouts, a speaker for the shop so we can have music, because what we had before was just like this background noise of like birds chirping, got kind of on your tits after a while. So we can get a speaker. We have new furniture options. And that's just what I've seen tip the iceberg. Oh, and I think there's a scanner tool maybe for like ordering stock. I think you can manage prices better from the computer. So really today we're just going to chill and we're going to have a look at all the new features and get used to them, because I've got a shop that's quite, well, I don't know what level I am, but a lot of hours have gone in and I've built it without all that stuff. So we're just going to see how it all goes. Simulator's gone downhill. Or do you mean Supermarket Simulator, or do you mean simulators in general? A bit of Eric Pride's. I like it. I'm looking forward to seeing what kind of music we can choose from. We'll have a look. Let's load her up, shall we? Let's do this. Okay, so we'll load up the GAM. And so normally, I was just explaining earlier, normally I'll be live about 15 minutes earlier than when I was today. I had OBS problems this morning. That problem that happened to me right at the end of last year. I don't think it was the internet. I think OBS has a bug that shows its head every now and again, but I think I know how to get around it. So I did a little restart. I wanted to start nice and fresh with no dicking around with bitrate. So I thought I'd rather start 10 minutes later and have it right than start on time and have it be a shit show. All right. So we are still doing the multi-stream. So I'll be live. I'm live on Twitch and YouTube Landscape right now. I'm about to go live over on YouTube Vertical as well. So hopefully we don't have too many F-boys. YouTube Vertical can bring in the F-boys because it's sometimes it can hit the For You page. So if I seem like I've got an F-boy in the chat, I probably do. Oh, you think that you think all simulators have gone downhill in general? Why? What makes you say that? Because there seems to be so many of them now. I know. I wonder how Jimmy is. We'll go see. I do love a sim. I do love a sim. Okay, let's continue where we left off. Or let's start the ye old vertical as well. Actually, let's just make sure that that's looking okay because I've got two scenes. All right, that should be fine. I would say. Let's just make that bit. All right, lovely. Lovely. Welcome in. Okay. Here we go. I'm excited. Let's do it. All my little windows are ready because one simulator got a lot of attention. Now they carbon copy print the same. Do you know, it's funny that you say that. I was talking about that with a couple of simulators that I played. It really felt like they had sort of used this as a template, but maybe a little bit too much. And yeah, I will be doing a lot more simulator style games this year, but I'm really focused on finding what I'd like to do this year is find some really cool, quirky, fun games. And it might span over a couple of different genres in a way, but that's the kind of stuff that I'm interested in this year, as opposed to excessively sweaty games. Every now and again, I'll make an exception if there's something that I really want to scratch an itch with. But I'm kind of exploring a different, like, I guess what I used to do in a way. So now we have store dirtiness. This is a new thing that we never had before. So up on the top corner, when that little drop starts to fill, it's showing us that the shop is getting dirty, and then we start losing store points. So my windows are filthy. This is not good for Ms. Amar, innit? At all. So it looks like we have like a little tutorial to show us how to do these new functions. So someone's left a smelly carton of juice on the floor. Oh, there's smelly food all over the floor. Who's doing that? That's not normal. That would have had to have been there for weeks. I know I would like to try Satisfactory, but I don't know if that would be a good stream game. I have no idea really. I don't want everyone to be like, I think there's a fine line as well between something that's that you want to play, but you know, other people need to get some enjoyment out of it as well, like to a degree. Select the mop by pressing. Oh, look at this. We have a wheel. We have a tool wheel. And we have to clean the dirt. Where's the dirt? Oh, there's a patch of floor that doesn't match there. Well, this is different. This is feeling a little bit like House Flipper as well now. A little on the slower side, yeah. I might try it though. I feel like I might just enjoy it. And then select the sponge for the window. I know, well, that's true actually. To be fair, I haven't visited the shop for a while. That's why it's so dirty. I need one of these. Oh, I cleaned 2 windows by standing right in front of one. How good's that? Love to see it. Oh, there's spiders? There's not spiders in Satisfactory, surely. Why are they like this? Why are they putting spiders in absolutely everything? Now we have to buy a crate from the market. Look at my storeroom. This is what I mean. We came quite, far with this before all of the updates. So what does a crate do? What's the purpose of it? Let's have a little look. I quite like starting the day with a little bit of supermarket sim. A crate. Is that a tool? It is. Oh my god. We can carry various products without the boxes. That is massive. If you played Supermarket Sim before, you had to have the right box for every product, and it drove me nuts. But now I can use a crate. Oh, I am excited by this. I really am. I am. What do you reckon, Jimmy? Let's see if Jimmy's excited. Jimmy! I've got crates now. Ah. Same old Jimmy. 2025 Jimmy, I think, has kind of just... Look, it's been a rough year. He's given up. 2024 has really scarred Jimmy, and I don't know if we can get him back. I don't know. He's very straight-faced. Yeah, he just looks like he has, like, his soul has floated out of his body. Yeah, that's fit today. That's fit. How are you, Fit? I'm fine. Jimmy's still in 2020. I think so. Oh, let's have a drink for Jimmy today. Now, if we open the tool wheel and now we have a crate, we can then just grab stuff and fill it up and move it. We can also purchase a paint from the market and paint the walls as well, which I've already done, sort of, halfway. I was just playing with it last time. I know, do you think... I think it's because I left him for so long, actually. Look, he can't be blamed. I'm a ray of sunshine in this store, and I just walked away for like a year. I'm so sorry, Jimmy. It must have been highly traumatic. What colour should we have for the wall? We don't have to paint it all now, but let's choose one. I love that purple, but I think it's a bit too wild for a supermarket. What do you mean, Eric? Where would you find him? Maybe like a cute little pink. I kind of like the green. I feel like it's the green colour that I used. A snack? Wow. You F-boy. Honestly. I feel like that might be the green that I used. We have to do it anyway. It's part of the tutorial now. I feel like that's the green that I used. I think it has. Like, I think it's been about a year. So I was playing, just casually nearly got run over there. I was playing this a lot on TikTok around November last year. But it might have also, you know, extended a bit beyond that. So yeah, I think it has been close to a year, which is wild. How do I have to get used to the controls for this. I've been playing a lot of TCG Card Shop Sim. Yeah, that's true, actually. Urk does have a lot of F-boying to catch up on. That concerns me a wee bit. So how do we use the paint then? Just says paint the walls. I guess I need a roller as well. So I have to buy that separately. That is a different green as well. I bought that green last time and they've changed it. The audacity. Tools? Paints. I don't think we have to buy a roller. So, how do I paint me bloody wall then? If I don't have a roller? What are you supposed to do? Grab the bucket. Oh, you just click the wall. Oh, the realism. Oh. Ooh, it's just like painting a real wall. That's how I like to do it. I like to just throw the bucket at the wall. It's wasteful buying brushes and rollers and trays. And it's not like you need any kind of precision around the edges either. So you may as well just throw it at the wall. To be fair, I like that green better. I never really took to the other green. Yeah, just pour it everywhere. It all just works out. If only. Imagine if you could paint your walls in your house that easily. It'd be amazing. There is no paint in bucket. There is no paint in bucket. Oh, do you know what we should do? Let's buy the speaker. Let's get some music going in here because those birds are going to drive us like insane if we leave them running for too long. How do we get a speaker? It is a little bit like a pistachio gelato. That's the color of that. A tablet to order products by scanning the labels on the shelves. I can't cope with I can't cope. There's too much. Oh my God. Okay. Let's get a speaker first. We need some music. I want to see what kind of stuff we can choose from. And let's put the lights on so all our little jimmies don't get lost in the dark as well. Wait, that's olive oil. Who knows when I bought that olive oil? That was probably a year ago. It's been sitting on the pavement that whole time. Okay, how's it coming across? Is it relatively smooth? Because it tends to be a bit framey, Supermarket Sim, compared to TCG Card Shop. Right, so let's open this, and where are we going to place it? I think it goes on the... not too bad. I think we can put it on the wall. I know I am. I'm a bit too excited. I do need to calm down just a wee bit. I wonder if it's a proximity speaker and if I'll need multiple ones because of that. So now that we have a speaker, I have to buy a tablet as well, do I? Oh, it's all spend, 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 isn't it? Okay, let's get a tablet as well. From Ye Old Marketplace. Tools, tablet. This is exciting. An in-store tablet. I'm so glad I had some money left when I left this. Otherwise, I would have been really upset. I know, it wasn't super convincing. It makes me think that it is mildly framey. It's like, yeah. I think what I ended up doing last time, because once everything got really populated and there was like multiple staff and customers, I think I put the game on low graphics settings to try and get past the frame problem. So here's my little tablet, right? And it wants me to get an order, basically. So let's order something that is out of stock. What do we have? This toilet roll. Oh my God. This is a game changer. Not only is it making a delightful little beeping sound, but last time we kind of had to walk around remembering what we wanted and then going back and forth to the computer. Oh, this is insane at this point. Hello, Jarek. Thank you for the 38-month resub, tier 3. How you doing? What's happening? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to all you amazing A-Game followers. Looking forward to another year and I will troll less, maybe.
You will troll less, maybe? Have you turned over a new leaf in the new year, or are you just yanking our chain? Welcome in, Jarek. What do you think about the new alerts? How do I actually do this order? We're just figuring out how to use all the new tools in this. Do I still have to do it on the computer? That seems insane, though. Right. So here's my order. How do I actually... Oh, press E. Oh, everything's so easy. Like, it's so easy that it's confusing me. Do you know what I mean? Oh, I have a little... Hello, Soviet. I haven't heard that for so long. And I feel like that was really, really out of context with Supermarket Simulator and therefore terrifying. Thank you for the bits. How are we doing? Welcome in. You're getting mellow in your old age. Is that right, Jarek? Is that right? Oh, you had a birthday as well, didn't you? You had a birthday right at the end of 2024. I can't remember how old you... I cannot remember how old you are now. You did tell us one year. But I don't think we'd classify you as old age just yet. Oh, have you still got your... Have you kept the cat, basically? You've adopted a cat. Hello, Clippy. What's going on? How are you, Soviet? Happy New Year, everyone that's just come in. Lovely to see your faces. Oh. Welcome to my extremely expressive team. Jimmy, Timmy, Simmy, Dimmy, Grimmy, Blimmy, the whole team. The whole team. They're all very dynamic. I don't know how we get anything done, to be perfectly honest. I've turned those off, Erk. They're currently disabled for today's stream. What a shame. Yeah, what a shame. Oh, you've kept him. Oh, he found his way into your cold heart, Jarek. That's lovely. Now, I might turn them on here and there when I'm feeling festive. But I had enough to contend with this morning, I feel. So if you've just joined, fucking hairs in my face. If you've just joined, we're revisiting Supermarket Sim because there are a million updates and I am so overwhelmed right now. I've just bought a speaker and we're going to see what music we can have. Oh, what's this? Boutique Hotel. Is that the volume? Oh, I think it is a proximity speaker. Oh, Emily was so funny this morning. I was getting ready at my little... This is fine. How very dare. I was getting ready at my little makeup desk and she was so excited and she was running around everywhere. It's a proximity speaker. It's like elevator music. I think I'm going to need more speakers. Let's get one for the stock room. Otherwise, all the stock workers are going to be depressed, aren't they? Because all the bangers are going off in the supermarket. We need furniture, don't we? So we'll go. We'll go. Hello. Oh, I hope I'm saying this right. Vakero. Welcome in. Thank you for the raid. How was your stream? I'm so happy. We've had a chance to see all of the new alerts today because we've had, well, not quite all of them just yet, but we've had a lot of them already. That was the new raid alert, like somebody's knocking on the stream. Thank you so much for sending your folks over. What were you up to today? We have a link in the chat there for Vakero. Please go follow and check him out. We're doing a bit of supermarket sim and we're just sort of finding our feet with the 1,000,001 updates they've brought into the game in like the 12 months that I've walked away from it. It's a wild time. Hello Tech Mojo, welcome in. I hope you had a lovely chill little time. If it's your first time here. It's my first stream of the year. First stream of the year. My first morning stream. This is a new time slot for me, so I feel like I'm starting again, in a way. Doing the same. What did you think? What did you think of all of these changes that they've made? We're just playing with the speakers, and I've discovered that they are proximity speakers. Oh, Jimmy, you're going to love this. We'll pop this right next to your head, mate. Is that about even? Lovely. It's a lot, isn't it? Because I loved this game when it came out. I played quite a lot of it. But then quality of life became a real issue as the store got busier. And a lot of this stuff is so necessary that they have brought in. Oh my God, look at my lights in here. This is a new update. They did this last time. They added like framing things around items so that you could see what you were doing. That's what my lights looked like before the frames, evidently. It's fine. Yeah. It's good. Let's put some music, pop it up here and we'll turn it down. I know, it looks great. I went for an abstract kind of vibe. I think it's paying off. Need to turn this down a wee bit. Now, how's this? It kind of sounds Christmassy to me. Is that... Can you hear that? I want some ambience, but I don't want it to be too loud. Oh, what else do we have? Oh, thank you for the follow. There we go. That's the only alert we haven't had today. Or nearly the only alert we haven't had today. I have to come check out your stream. Do you always stream at this time? Romantic comedy? This is the vibe, is it? It's kind of like easy listening. Nothing like, there's not going to be any like EDM or anything. Stroll about, swing, rainy day jazz. Okay, there's a good little selection, I suppose. But for some reason, it's giving me Christmas vibes. Anyway, that's done. That's done. So we've learned about the tablet. We need some more paint. I can't leave the walls like that. That's going to drive me insane. So let's get some more of that green paint that I just bought. Varies on the weekends. Oh, you do weekends as well. I used to do weekends. But then I got sick of doing weekends. I used to do Saturday night. It was during the pandemic and I was doing Rocket League. Everybody was a lot more available then. And then I got sick of doing weekends. So now I'm weekdays only. And I've just swapped from Australian nighttime to Australian morning. It's a very big adjustment. It's 8:45 in the morning for me. And I never thought I could be enough of a morning person to do this. And what I am noticing is I'm forgetting to drink my tea. I've got tea I always have in the morning and I'm so busy. You only stream on strong days. Are you going to be doing any more streams this year, Erk, by the way? I feel like that tea is going to get cold. It takes me ages to drink a hot drink when I'm streaming. Oh, you're in Texas? And it's 4 in the afternoon. Is it really cold in Texas at the moment? We're like right in the heart of our summer now. And, well, we had some hot days over the break. Did one this year? Was it this year or last year? Are you going to do them regularly? Or just like when you feel like it, just for shits and gigs? This is the easiest painting I've ever done. 59, that's actually really cold, isn't it? Because we use Celsius. So if it was 59 degrees here, I'd be dead. My face would have melted off by now. But 59 Fahrenheit's cold, isn't it? It's -6 for you. Holy crap, is it that cold? -6. So is it as cold or colder? It got to -6 when you were in Japan, didn't it? I'm sure it was snowing and stuff. I've seen some pictures from people who live in the UK at the moment. It's like full snow, like 6 inches of snow. Oh, it was colder in Japan. Why are you laughing at me? Don't laugh at me. I haven't been to Japan before. How very dare. How very dare. It really does. And like, do you know, it looks all lovely on like the idea of that snow, like at Christmas time, let it snow and all that stuff. Oh, lovely. But if you've got to do regular life stuff with that snow, that's a proper arse ache. Like, I've heard stories of people having to go and pour boiling water over the lock on the car so that they can get into the car to go to work. Like, you expect me to go to work in this? No, thank you. It's too fucking cold. I can't survive. Oh, it was 0 to 4, so it's colder where you are now. And you'd be, I don't know, are you a cold person? Do you like the cold or do you like the hot? I like it warm. I like temperate weather. I don't like it when it's 40 degrees. I don't like it when it's like less than 15. If it's less than 15 degrees Celsius, it's cold. That's what us Australians think about that. Don't mind me, Jimmy. I'm just, don't move or anything. It's okay. Don't worry your little head over it. Okay, that looks quite fresh, doesn't it? I'm not hating that. That's all right. I think I've still got a little bit of paint left as well, so we'll just leave that with the lid off. That'll be fine, I feel. Leave that another year. Not a problem. One of the restockers will probably kick that over. So now we've done some of the new bits and bobs. I guess we're going to have to walk around and figure out what we need stock of. And I think the restockers now take it from the street. So what if we use our tablet and we walk around the shop and we do it based on shelving rather than the stock out the back? I wonder if that's a good way to go, because I hate going through the shelves at the back. Hair is shitting me right off this morning. There's like a little piece of hair that keeps going across my left eye. Yeah. Are you in the UK, Alina, by the way? I would hate it after a day. Because after a day, the snow goes really gross as well. Oh, hello, Kate. Happy New Year. Speaking of, we were just talking about how cold and snowy it is in Europe. Is it snowing where you are as well? Because the snow gets really dirty and it sort of like refreezes as well, doesn't it? So it turns into like that black ice. I remember when I was a kid, I went to England and it was snowing. And it was lovely. But then a couple of days later, I went like walking around with my parents in the city and it was really gross. It went this disgusting color. It almost looked like someone had like been sick in it. Oh, you're in Manchester, so you'd be feeling it fully. You'd be right up in it at the moment then. We need a little bit of bread. We need... Well, this is looking pretty good. It's more restocked than I thought it would be. Bit of pasta. I love this scanner. I think this is a brilliant, brilliant time. Now, what I might do, when we open up, I might drop the graphics down a wee bit. I feel like it's framey already, and that's without the shop being full of people. Don't have this problem with other Sims, but I do with Supermarket Sim. Just might smooth it out a wee bit. All right, so let's do our order then. Oh, does that save in my tablet? Yes, it does. So we'll purchase these and then we'll open up and we'll see how we go. You finished work early both yesterday and today, so that actually affects your work day if it's snowing as well. You got like a half snow day. Let's open up. Let's see what everybody thinks of the new shop. And what I've done, they added this little checkout close sign. So that's for me. Hello, Wishy. Good morning. How you doing? Welcome to my supermarket, Ms. Amart. Oh, she's very dressed up for 8 o'clock in the morning. Very dressed up indeed. So if it gets busy, I can jump on this register. But if I don't want people to keep lining up at it, I can also close it. It's a good little system. So what I'd like to keep an eye on, I would like to see if anybody is complaining that they can't find an item. I see everybody's still kind of walking around like it's, you know, Walk of the Damned in here. Everyone has a slightly, like, off movement to them. Jimmy's checked out. Yeah, I almost feel like they look a little possessed or something. You're working hard. Is it your first week back at work after the break? Yeah, the backs are too rigid. Either that or their jeans are too tight. I mean, those jeans should be burned, quite frankly. That's from the Britney Spears era. I thought we were done with that now. Do you remember that? It was all about these Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera, pants that go below the hip bone. How fucking dare they? Like, excuse me, has anybody tried to actually sit down or pick up a pencil off the ground wearing pants like that? Because if you have, you'd burn them. Absolutely ridiculous. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't check the prices. So how do you do that these days then? Let's have a look. Have a look at the old PC. We'll go to, yeah, you'd have somewhere to store the pencil. You could also park your bike in there as well, Fit, if you're so inclined. Pricing. Oh, you worked through the holidays? You worked from home today? Oh, okay. Do you always work through the holidays? I had 2 weeks off and yesterday was my first day back. It was all right, though. You never really know what the first day back's going to be like. It was okay. So what are we looking at here? Display. Category. Is this showing the highest profit at the top? Can we sort it or no? It seems like we can't sort it. I can't remember what I said, Alina. Oh, Kate, you had a small bit of snow on Saturday evening, but then it rained all night. So it went. Oh, but then does it go all gross if it rains afterwards? Like I was saying, it gets all dirty and weird. Take time off. Oh, end of Jan, start of Feb for birthday and Super Bowl. Oh, that's fair. Sometimes it's better to do it that way if there's something you really want to do. I have no idea. Average cost, so market price is 27. There's no easy way to manipulate this. You have to check them all one by one. It's not like the card shop game, is it? Let's just make sure we're charging at least enough. Music's a bit how you going, isn't it? 12, 20, 16. If people complain, we'll drop the price a bit. 10.50. That's a bit expensive, isn't it? Ooh, what's that? Steak. I wish. Yeah, imagine steak. I went out the other day, actually. Caught up with a whole bunch of people that hadn't seen for ages during the Christmas break. And one of the people at the table, ordered a T-bone steak. It was just like a regular T-bone steak with chips and a small salad. And it didn't really look like an especially good T-bone steak. It looked very like a supermarket steak. It was $45. $45, and they had to send it back because they didn't even cook it the way that they'd asked for. They wanted it medium and dead set. It was like jelly when it came out. It was so rare. So I'm happy to be vegetarian in this day and age, to be perfectly honest. It's too expensive. I'm like that too though. When I ate meat, um, it had to be a good steak or nothing. Like there's no in between with a steak. If you're gonna have it, it's got to be like it's got to be done right. So like a $45 Australian, I think that it's what's that in US dollars? Like I don't know, what would that be? I think our dollar is really bad at the moment as well. I think you get like 0.9999 US cents. Hmm. About two USD. Very expensive. It's all good economic news in Australia at the moment. But to be honest, that weather in Russia looks grim. It looks very grim. And yeah, don't go to steakhouses unless somebody else is footing the bill. It's wild, isn't it? How is the shop this dirty already? This is a new element that we have to worry about now. Everyone's leaving mess. Everyone's dropping smelly sandwiches on the floor. I used to like it like that as well. I used to like it so it was a bit pink. Not like jelly pink. Just a bit pink. And yeah, I always used to feel like if you're getting it well done, then perhaps you don't really want a steak. I couldn't, like, my mum does that. My mum has well done the steak, if she has it. But the thing is, she doesn't really like steak. So I was like, well, just don't get it then. So speaking of steak, someone's saying that the Bavora steak is too expensive. So we can also change the price on here as well. So we'll make this one. It's still cheap, love. Were you listening to what I was just saying? Crazy. I feel like I'm wasting garbage bags. I pick up one bit of rubbish and I'm using a whole... Oh, there we go. There's two. I don't know how everything is getting so smelly. Well, this is a bit of a vibe, this music. Late night at Ms. Amart. That's the vibe of this this track, isn't it? Bit of saxophone. I've tried it quite rare before. I made a steak and blue cheese wrap once from a recipe. And the whole idea of the recipe is that you're supposed to just sear the steak. So it was supposed to be quite rare. So I tried it and it was very rare. It was way too rare. It was quite off-putting, actually. Oh, morning spins. Oh, what a little ray of sunshine you are on this Tuesday morning. Did you have a good sleep? Are you feeling chipper? I'm feeling all right now that I'm up. Like, it's blue skies outside today. And then when I finish the stream, I'll start the rest of my day. So it's going to be a very interesting kind of day. It's the first time I've done this schedule. I'll do some work and then I'll go out and have a bit of a walk and then I'll do some more work. And then my night is free. I haven't had free nights since 2020. So it's wild. What's the time for you then, Jarek? With your little kappa face that is your favorite emote. You ordered one at a fancy restaurant and it was blue. It's the texture, isn't it? You have an iced coffee, so we'll try again in 30 minutes. Oh, so you didn't have a very good sleep. You're not feeling fresh, basically. It's 4:29 for you. 4:30. Oh, good luck, Fint. What's the time in... Okay, let's close our shop so we don't get any more customers. Lovely. I haven't had a coffee yet, can you believe? I am this delightful with no caffeine. Imagine when I have one. Yeah, and it's like the blood that comes out of it as well on the plate. Blech. It's not good. Okay, let's order some stuff. Let's walk around and see what's looking a bit low out here. Then let's see if we can buy some new products. Because I think we just needed to get familiar with what the hell was even going on in here. Okay, so we have rice, pasta. I might need to put a speaker at the back of the shop. Or maybe not. I'm not at the back of the shop very often. I don't really care what the customer's like. It's all about me. I can hear the coffee machine. I can hear the coffee machine. Bit of peanut butter. I should try and get a coffee sponsorship now that I stream in the mornings. That is a product that I can get behind 100%. Jimmy's left dirt all over the floor right behind his register. Creating work for me. Okay, that's, what do we have here? We're missing some schwash tablets as well. Looks like I've got some on the end though. At the fridge. Why is that empty? There's like a little empty gap there I need to fill with something. I don't think that's very vulgar for this time of the morning, Spins. Some of us have not long had breakfast, I'll have you know. Oh, you still can't order after 9 o'clock at night? I hate that. That's a stupid rule. I love that about TCG Card Shop. Is you can order whenever you damn well please. It's a morning stream. And I don't give them toilet breaks, to be fair. I don't. But, you know, you have to develop a retail bladder. Which is actually what I was told when I had my first fashion retail job. That actually happened. We were told we needed to develop a retail bladder. And I said, no. When I need a wee, I'm closing the shop and I'm going to go have a wee. How very dare. Okay, day 119. We had like a pretty good amount of satisfied customers. We made a profit. All looking good. We've had some price changes. I kind of can't be bothered with the prices, you know. I hate checking prices every day. I still don't think that I would like to see a similar, with the pricing, I'd like there to be a button where you can just like mark up by 10%. I don't think more oranges in the diet would really be necessary. I don't think that would make any difference whatsoever. And I have that sound alert disabled today as well, just so you know. It's so funny, I am not used to people from America telling me that it's a reasonable time where they are. Thank you. Look at these delightful little... Oh, hello, Manny. Welcome in. Happy New Year. Look at these delightful little espresso cups. I got them over the break. They've got little gold handles. Oh, I haven't finished my tea. I knew this was going to happen. I knew it. I try and do a price update like once a month or so. Pretty good, Manny, pretty good. This is my first stream of 2025. And my first morning stream ever. So it was a bit of an adjustment this morning because I'm still recalibrating as well after the break. I've been off for 2 weeks. I haven't had a schedule of any kind. And now all of a sudden I'm getting up quite early and going live. So I was kind of, I did wonder if maybe I'd forget how to stream, but turns out it's like riding a bike. In a way. Imagine riding a bike. I got a bike for Christmas and the damn thing was faulty. I was so excited to have it and it was faulty and I don't have another one yet because of what was wrong with this one. It was like, nah, that bike sucks. Don't want another one of those. So I have to find another one now. So I haven't been riding any bikes. And I had to learn how to ride a bike again as well because I hadn't ridden a bike since I was a kid. More Elden Ring, I do know about that. Have you been playing it all break? Because you were gonna do like a new build and everything, weren't you? Oh yeah, great, Muffins. I've grown quite attached to my kneecaps, Muffins. So I think I might give that one a miss. Okay, I think that's okay. I can't be fuck checking any more prices. I think only 3 items a day change and I wasn't really paying attention to what it was telling me. Now, should I buy? Have I got some spare space somewhere? What if I make the shop a bit bigger? Because it is pretty full, isn't it? I don't really have a lot of space left on the shelves. Like for new products. So I could put something there, but I feel like maybe I'll expand the shop a wee bit. I know. I think if you're going to order stuff from those kinds of websites, you have to order things that you can't really go wrong with. Like super cheap little items where it doesn't really matter if they're not like spot on. Like I wouldn't go ordering like a wedding dress or anything like majorly electrical from there. Oh, Alien Isolation. Oh, I still haven't played that. I should just play it and be done with it at some point. Oh, now, have we got chicken in the freezers or in the fridges? We do. Everything's actually under control. Unbelievable. So how much will it cost me? Oh, have I paid my bills? Nope. Brilliant. So how much will it cost me to grow the shop? So for Section 8, $11,000. Holy crap. Okay, we need to make some money. We need some dollary dues. Do novice mode. But I'm not a novice. I'm a professional, Manny. I don't think I can do it. I don't think I can pretend to be a novice when I'm actually a pro gamer. And you're asking quite a lot of me there. I think it would get you down a little bit. Just you turn up for work and you've got your three Jimmies all just standing there like, you know, they've given up on life. It's a grind. I think it would be a grind. No more meetings. Oh, that would be nice fit. I had to start talking to people again yesterday, and that was an adjustment. That's one of the things I love the most about the 2 weeks off is not having to. The last like couple of weeks in the lead up to Christmas are so frenetic that I love basically that nobody talks to me from work for 2 weeks. It's like a bubble. I feel like I'm living in a little bubble for 2 weeks. I love it. And then you have to come back out of the bubble. That's the hard part. Pro mode. Yeah, I'll be fine, honestly. I've played a lot of horror games. Oh, have you played the Cabin Inspector? Yeah, the Cabin Inspector. I loved that. We did that in the last week of streams and I really enjoyed it. It's a short experience. Like we've played it now. Unless they add more content to it, we've basically completed it, mates. But I was very impressed. It was very polished. It's a great game. It's really, really fun. And there was so much enjoyment in not knowing what was going to happen every single time you went into a new cabin. September 7th. I haven't heard of that one. Oh, that's true, actually. If you are, like, that's right. If I did choose to work through the holidays, which, like, I guess the thing is with my industry is pretty much everyone takes the 2 weeks, though. I work for myself, so if I tried to push through and work the 2 weeks for some reason, I would find that there's a lack of work anyway, because, you know, there's just, like, no activity. So it kind of, you know, works out to take the 2 weeks. I'm always ready for it by then anyway. But I think this year I would like to take more of the public holidays. I tend to not do that much being self-employed. Like once you don't get paid for a public holiday, you don't really get so excited about them. But I think it would be nice to take more of them this year. So it's like a bit of extra time off. I did not take enough time off last year. So by the time it came to Christmas, I was done. I think it's nice if you can take a week because I know for anyone in the US, I'm so sorry because I've recently discovered that you don't get 4 weeks a year annual leave. Apparently it's the norm to get like 7 to 10 annual leave days a year, which would blow the mind of any Australian. We get 4 weeks. And I think to remain sane, the idea would be to try and take 1 week every 3 months. But I never end up doing that. It always ends up going quite a bit longer than that. There's shit everywhere in here. I think I might need to hop on that register soon as well. Let's get all this grime off the floor because it affects our store points. We do. We get 4 weeks plus public holidays. So we actually have our next public holiday is on the 27th of January. And then we have another one in early March. Then it's Easter. Oh, that would be, yeah, that's actually, that would be a huge adjustment for Jarek because I felt like when you were in Japan, you had a public holiday like every 5 minutes. It felt like you were off all the time. But now you've gone to the US and it's like you'd be struggling. Do you think you will go back to Japan? Do you think you actually will? Do you miss it? You took too much time off last year for all the wrong reasons. Oh. Well, that doesn't sound like good time off. You missed it. Yeah. I would really like to visit Japan in the next couple of years. I would really like to see if that is a possible reality. I'm ready for an international trip. And being in Australia, everything is very far away. Everything is very expensive. And our dollar is just so shit right now. Japan's one of the few places where we could like get a reasonable conversion rate as well. Your old boss said he'd bring you back in a heartbeat. And you'll get to decide this August. So they miss you. You've left a hole after you left. Oh, don't even get me started on it, Wayne. Bloody hot cross buns. Hot cross buns came out on Boxing Day. Like, get the fuck out of here. I am so sick of everything being a holiday event when it comes to the shops. Hot cross buns, like it's just a hot cross bun. What, like, and they wouldn't put them out that early if people weren't buying them. Who's clamoring for a bloody hot cross bun? Oh, I have to get used to US money again. Because you've got dollar notes. It's madness. That took me forever. I've got Australian money on TCG. 93. I'm slower than Jimmy. Oh, you used a lot for medical reasons. Oh, I'm sorry about that. That's not good at all. I mean, it's good that you've got the leave, of course, but nobody wants to use their long service leave for something like that. You'd like to think you could use it for a nice big holiday or something enjoyable. Oh, life can be a real asshole sometimes, can't it? It can throw some really crappy things your way. You've got 1 to 2 more years left in your military and you're ready to hit the retirement button. Oh, wow. So, what comes after, though? That's very interesting. If you've done something like that for so long, what comes after? Is there something that you've always kind of wanted to try? I like this music. It's a bit chill. Whatever track this is, it's a good one. Now, I've got $7,400. I ordered a whole bunch of stock, so that made a little bit of a dent in our money. But once we get to 11,000, we need to start looking at expanding the shop. Truth be told, I am very much mentally over my day job. My main business that I've had for 13 years. And I think it's partly because whenever I worked for somebody else, I was never really one to stay in one job for like years on end. So I'd have a job. I'd feel like I'd gotten everything out of it that I could. You know, I'd been there long enough. I'd learned everything I need to learn. I'd been promoted as much as I want to be. And then I move on. That's kind of how I've always been. I don't really like just being somewhere for years and years and years. It's not really my cup of tea. So having like my own business means that this is like the longest I've ever done something. And I think that I'm struggling with that a bit because I'm kind of feeling very done with it. So last year, part of the reason why last year was so extra busy was because there's been some other stuff going on in the pipeline that's going to take some time to build and hopefully become something, so that I can at least cut back and ideally move right out of the stuff that I don't want to do anymore. It's not an overnight thing, so it's like trying to move out of that, trying to start this other thing, doing some content as well, and just sort of hoping that content and also this other project will just boost up just enough that I can pull back a bit on the stuff that I'm not liking. There's nothing worse than not enjoying what you do. You're done and you get your retirement pay later. So you get your benefits, they wore you down, you get a disability check. So once you finish, you will have enough money that you don't have to work anymore. That's fantastic. That's fantastic because, you know, you make so many sacrifices doing the kind of work that you've done. So if you can sort of be like, yep, I'm done with this now, and that you're then looked after, that's amazing. And that's, yeah, it's at the expense of other things. That's the thing, because you're making so many sacrifices doing stuff like that. Not just like what you have done, like the actual work and the schedules and the travel, but physical and mental sacrifices. So it's excellent that you don't have to sort of stress about what you're going to do when you feel like you're done with that. For sure. You've been looking for a condo in Melbourne. Oh, no. Look at... Oh, are you going to give up the cupboard fit? It's in your lease that you have to give me at least 3 months notice before you move out of the cupboard. So shall we take this as a verbal notice then? It's the first time I'm hearing about this. You need to find something else soon. Yours is getting worse and worse every year, and you're training for cybersecurity. Oh, wow. So you're currently in retail, aren't you? Well, you were last time I spoke to you. Cybersecurity would be... Ooh, that would be an interesting one, because I feel like it's a hard field. You're constantly training. You can never know everything, because things are evolving at such a rate with cybersecurity. It wouldn't be boring, but I think it would be a touch stressful at times. I guess it depends what kind of job you have in there. You're going to sublease it out to Jarek. It's not that big a cupboard. You know you're going to be sitting on top of each other in there. It's only a very snug little cupboard and there's no air conditioning, so how badly do you want to move to Australia? Basically, Jarek. You work for a retail company, you work from home doing IT stuff for them. Oh, that's good though. So how come you don't like it? Because you like working from home, don't you? What is it that you don't like? It's funny because a lot of people have found it much harder to get working from home roles as time has gone on. A lot of companies are now pretending like work from home doesn't work. Oh no, that was only temporary, it doesn't work. After saying how wonderfully it was working during the pandemic. So it's much harder to find roles like that now. And the ones that pop up are in high demand. Gee, how are we this low on stock? I feel like I'm treading water with my money here. By the time I order all of this, it's going to cost me a bloody fortune. A heckin' outrage. No idea how you handle all things with that one. Who was that for? Oh, hello, Fenny. Happy New Year. How are we doing? New alerts, innit? Oh, my cart's full.
Happy New York.
Wow. How are you, Fenny? How's everything going? with your big life changes? I hope you had I was going to say, I hope you had a nice break, but quite frankly, you're probably knackered. You probably don't even know what day it is, to be fair. It's the pay that's trash. They do small raises and you're 5 years behind. Well, that's a massive deal. Thank you so much, Fenny, for the 50 bloody months. Welcome to my morning stream. Everything looks a little bit different. New alerts, new overlay. Some new bits and bobs. It's a fresh year. To be honest, I am stunned that I've had anybody to talk to this morning. Because really, going from night to morning. Oh my god! Look at all my stock. It was getting in the way of my dancing. Oh no! Don't ruin it, Spins. Don't ruin it. It's morning.
Another moist sub. My sprinkler goes like this and comes back like t.
How fucking lovely for you, Spins. How lovely. Thank you for the resub. She's as much of an F-boy as you are. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I know, but the thing is, that's kind of what's happened a little. My hair's driving me fucking insane today. I didn't dry it properly last night, so now it's a little bit fluffy. The T bit doesn't work. It worked just fine. It worked just fine. It's a slow process. You have to improve your method once a month. Thank you, Spins. That's kind of what's happened here in Australia as well, though. Muffins. People's wages haven't really increased. Actually, I think I saw an article and I'm going to have to help these guys. They're taking forever. They're taking forever. Or should I just let them do it? Ah, fuck it. They can do it. What are you doing? I'm just going to stand there with it all day because the racks are full. Give me the box. Boosted? I just clicked on him and he's got a little boosted symbol. He's just going to stand there with it all day because there's no room? How do I take it off him? Brilliant. Oh, do you want to come work for me, Muffins? You can stand outside all day and just hold a box. Is that up your alley and can I tempt you with that, perhaps? You know what? You won't really have any stress. You won't have to worry about much. But I read an article, it was saying that Australia was one of the worst countries in terms of suffering like a cost of living decline. Like, what was it? A quality of life decline percentage. Australia was right up there because our cost of living has gone through the roof and wages have been stagnant. So, and we also have a housing problem as well. Oh, he's running. Look at him. He's got a fucking rush on now. You can boost them and they start running. Isn't that a bit unnerving for the rest of the stuff, the customers and stuff though? They're going to think it's an emergency. Like I had to put my prices up last year. I don't really enjoy doing. When you're self-employed, putting prices up is a little scary because you always think, well, what if someone says no and then you lose the customer? But it got to the point where I had no choice. And I'm not done yet. I have to do more of them as well because it gets to a point where unless you're getting a certain amount, it's just not worth doing anymore. Hello, Running. Good morning. How are you doing? 25 an hour? Yeah, I can do 25 an hour. That's all right, Muffins. So let's boost them because this is taking forever. Doesn't cost. Ooh. So it doesn't cost you anything to do it. Oh, can we boost Jimmy? That's it, is it? Well, that's Jimmy boosted, is it? He's got the exact same facial expression. That's not really a boost. What's the difference? I suppose he's mildly faster. I tell you what, if I ever get rich enough, if someone's thrown up on the floor. If I ever get rich enough where I can have a private jet, you'll be a really handy person to know, Jarrett, by the way. It's nice to take care of all that stuff. It's nice to plan for life as a rich person and choose companions accordingly. So I'll have somebody to help me out with me private jet. That'd be great, actually. No notification. I'm so sorry about that. Unfortunately, YouTube is just not good at doing notifications. Discord is probably the best way to not miss the streams. I always ping in there before I go live because I'm in like technically 3 different places at once. I do ping Discord as well so everybody knows where I am. Do you know, Muffins, I have no idea if I've got TTS on for bits or not. I probably should. If I don't, I'll put it on. I've got it on for bloody resubs, so I may as well put it on for bits as well. Work on your own plane. So have you ever flown... Have you flown a plane in any capacity, like with somebody with you? I can't imagine flying a plane. I can't imagine normalizing a job like that. You know what I mean? Like your job is so unusual. You just get up in the morning and... Oh, I don't think there is. I'm sorry, Muffins. There isn't. Thank you for the test bits, though. I'll do that. I'll put text to speech on. I've never really fussed about too much with the bit stuff, but I would have thought that was on. Yeah, you did. You got robbed, to be fair. But you knew. Muffins knew the risk. I did say that I didn't know what was going on. It's a lot of work. So it's not all autopilot then. You have to, yeah, there's quite a bit you got to be on top of. Honestly, I think, I don't know, I just can't imagine being responsible for an aircraft carrying all those people. Like, imagine being a commercial pilot. Now that I have this little scanner, I have no idea how we were playing this without it. How were we doing this? I'm gonna have to cattle prod the restocking team over and over again though, because they're taking too long to get everything on the shelf. Or either that, or I might have to do some actual work as well. What's the time? Speaking of work, okay, it's fine. I totally vagued out. I was like, crap, I could have gone overtime and I wouldn't even know. Check my phone. I have like 69 missed calls. Here's a bit of an adjustment. That's the only thing. When you do the morning one. Oh, good night, Kate. Thank you for hanging out. Have a lovely sleep. And stay warm. It'd be nice having the nights off, but it's like a change of mindset going from stream to work day afterwards. That part sucks a little bit. Most of the time I'll end between 10 and 10:30 a.m. depending on what kind of a day. But bare minimum 8 to 10. If it's not an especially crazy day ahead, then I might go a little longer. 10:30-ish. So when last time I did day streams, I was, what did I do? 12 to 2. I tried, and that was really awkward. It was still an awkward time zone, and it was awkward for me. So I threw that one in the bin. Okay. Okay. Oh. Oh, closed after 9 p.m. I got the little blip. Bloop. A friend of yours is a flight attendant for Qantas. Oh, honestly, flight attendants, like, do they get good money? I feel like flight attendants are probably underpaid. There's quite a lot involved in being a flight attendant. You need an unbelievable array of skills, and you're stuck on a plane with a bunch of smelly people. You have to be nice to them. No. The thing would be, as a commercial pilot, if you have a bad day and you're going to be fired, people are going down with you. Wow, Fanny. That's a very dark interpretation. That's the thing as well. That's a very good point you make there, actually. If you're a pilot, on the off chance that a pilot is watching this live or watches the VOD later, for the love of God, can you sound chipper when you're on the old thing? Oh, morning everyone, the weather is fucking 69 degrees. Like, can you sound chipper and upbeat and like you've had a good night's sleep? I'd like you to come on and be like, yeah, I've had a good night's sleep. Morning everyone, I'm all over this. I know what's going on, and we're gonna have a safe landing. Definitely well rested, and I haven't had an argument with my wife before takeoff. So have a great flight. Like, please. Even if you haven't, it just puts us at ease. It puts us at ease. 60k average wage for a flight attendant. Now, couldn't afford me, mate. Couldn't afford me. Hello, Zedgehog. It is. This is my new time. Am now a morning streamer. Am now a morning person. I have transparent matchsticks in my eyes right now. How are you, Zedgehog? Happy New Year. Hope you had a nice little Christmas break. I'm really pissed that I've lost a restocker because he's just standing there holding a box that can't fit. What are you holding? Some Ron Point. What's Ron Point? Ron Point something or others. Let's make a space for them. That's Australian. That's Australian wages muffins. That's like $5 US. You don't want to be doing that. Haven't seen me in a while. Well, I was still doing night streams. I had 2 weeks off over Christmas and New Year, and I was doing night streams, but I was doing less of them. I was starting to find it really hard to do them, actually, because I had so much going on. I was tired at night, all these different reasons. So I didn't have a solid schedule anymore, but I actually do now with this new time. I need to be able to take that box off of him so I can make a space for it. Like, give me the box. Why can't I take it? It's just silly. Because if I order another box of Ron Point, how the hell do I know where it's going to go? I wonder if I can have another restocker. So at this point, I'm planning on doing basically Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday mornings to start. And if things go well, I might add a fourth, but we'll just see. Are they randomly unpacking from the dude holding the box? No, he's just standing there because that box can't go anywhere. I had a very good break. It was a very, very nice break. New Year's Eve was quite good. I'm not a big fan of New Year's. The fuck did I come in here for? Why did I come in here? There was a reason. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of New Year's. I'm going to help with these. It's just ridiculous at this point. But it was actually a really good night, and I stayed up a lot later than I thought. I wasn't even going to stay up till midnight. I was kind of like, meh. I can't be bothered, really. I've just seen the Sydney fireworks a million times. I'll watch it tomorrow. I was kind of like that with it. In the end, stayed up. Went to bed quite late, and on New Year's Day, I felt so stupidly tired. I ended up going to bed at 8:30 on New Year's Day. It was shocking. You're lucky if you didn't get a drunk pilot. Oh, thank you, Running. A lot of them are on something so they can do a turnaround flight. Oh, that makes me feel way better. Excellent. I think cancel that international trip. I think I might just do a road trip. In fact, what I probably need to do, I think I might need to move and go live in Europe. Go live in Europe, because once you're up there, you can travel everywhere easily and relatively cheaply. In South Australia, at the very, very bottom of the world, everywhere is far away. Now, where am I keeping the vodka? I'm annoyed that I'm having to do this, but it's just taking forever. Oh, that's what I was going to do. I was going to see if I could have another restocker. I got sidetracked. Management, hiring, restocker. Oh, I can have more. Oh, wait. I need more racks. I need 3 more racks to have another restocker. How dare you judge me based on my rack size? I can't afford to make it bigger, so I'm going to have to fit them somehow. Oh, you were sick on New Year's. I remember, actually, I really feel for you, Muffins, because last year I was starting to feel sick on, yeah, maybe I'll just fire him. Yeah, fuck him. That's right. That's the spirit. Got 2 of them now. I can't press on them to fire them. I'll have to fire them from the computer. I started feeling really crappy on New Year's Eve last year. Fire them all, actually. Just punish everybody for one person's mistake. That's fair. And you know that pre-sick feeling? Like you know it's happening, but you don't really want to admit it. You can just feel it. It's like you get this weird little tickle in your throat. And you kind of know that you're going to wake up the next day and it's going to be worse. That's what happened. I was devastated. I don't need so many spots for chicken, I don't think. Woke up feeling very, very ordinary New Year's Day, and then I ended up being sick for way longer than I would have liked after that. Really puts a dampener on your holiday plans. Okay, very good. So that solves that problem. We'll rehire them all again, and let's add some more racks. Or maybe not. Let's see how we go when we have a full team who are actually working. Oh, look at this. We've got little selection boxes in here now. Use unlabeled racks. I suppose they can. I don't really care about that now. Now that they're handling all of the stock. Remove label from rack after the box is removed from the last. No, I don't want to do that. You can use unlabeled racks. So if you find a space, use it. Lovely. Lots of new changes to get used to here. Right, so that was the end of the day. Hopefully we made some profit. You heard barley is a good option? Yeah. I will never have a holiday in Bali. I don't want to go get vaccinated. I just feel like I'm not meant to be there. I don't want to get vaccinated in case I get some mozzie fever. I don't want to drink alcohol that's probably not normal alcohol. I don't want to go on holiday with a whole bunch of other drunk Australians. I don't care how cheap it is. I am so uninterested in the Bali thing, to be honest. Now that might sound judgmental. But I don't give a fuck. That is not for me. That I would spend the entire time in an anxiety-ridden panic. He once left a phone on a Eurostar. It travelled to way too many countries than you have on your trip. It went to France, Germany, Poland, Latvia, and the phone ended up in Hungary. Oh my god. I think it would be a bit of a strange feeling, wouldn't it? Like if you worked as a flight attendant or a pilot, that you're travelling all around the world, but not really travelling at the same time. And that's absolutely right. If you want a tropical island experience, you can do that. You can go up to Queensland. You can go to North Queensland. You can go to Hamilton Island. You can drink the water. You can have ice in your drink and not worry about, you know, having a little holiday spring cleaning while you're in the middle of your break. I don't want to have to think about that stuff. I want to be able to have, you know, ice in my drinks and not have to worry about when you're having a shower and getting water in your mouth and all that. No. No. Okay. So I feel like it's taking forever to make a profit. Why is this? By the time I restock, I feel like I can never make it $11,000. See, I've seen some footage of Mexico and it looks absolutely stunning. It looks like there's some absolutely stunning areas. But of course, like many other places in the world, it very much depends on what part you go to. Some parts are quite dangerous from what I hear. Where am I keeping the vodka these days? Is that vodka? Lovely. You're going to Florida for the first week of Feb. Ooh, what have you got planned for while you're in Florida? Florida's quite humid, isn't it? Is that a good destination when it's cold in the rest of the US? Is Florida kind of like our Queensland in terms of weather? Because when Australians get sick of the temperature being under 20 degrees and they're freezing their asses off, they like to go to Queensland. Because you can really... Queensland doesn't really experience a winter as such. Yeah, decent temps. Oh, very nice. Very nice. What are you going to get up to whilst in Florida? I'm hoping that we can do a little mini road trip sometime in January. But as for larger holidays, I don't really know when the next one's going to be. Similar to last year, this is definitely still a year of trying to save some money and catch up a bit on like the last like 18 months has been very difficult. Largely to do with the move. So it was a very expensive thing to do, and I don't regret it one little bit. But it's just something that, like, when you do it, you kind of have to be... We knew that we'd have to be a bit frugal for a while afterwards, and that's what... we're still in that phase, really. I'm looking forward to that phase being over, to be honest. But at the same time, I feel like it's also made me a bit more sensible when it comes to spending. We're definitely in a time now where you can spend like $100 without blinking, without even really feeling like you got much value for that $100. So it's definitely made me think about how I spend money, cutting some stuff that you don't really need as well. So like I don't have a bunch of streaming subscriptions anymore. I used to have a whole bunch of them, you know, all at the same time. But now, unless I'm actively watching something on one, I don't have any others anymore. And I've been trying to do a bit more home baking, home cooking. Very big on the growing your own food thing, which has just been mind-blowing as to how nice things are when you grow them yourself. We've got like this little baby capsicum plant out the back, and one of the capsicums was ready the other day. And the flavor of this capsicum blew my mind. I'd had a supermarket capsicum the day before, and there was literally no comparison in flavor. And then you start thinking, well, why is it? Like, why is it that the food that we're buying from the supermarket tastes nothing like this? Like, is everything just nutritionally depleted? You know, if it's been like mass farmed or whatever. It's just so different. Next large holiday will be from this chat. I didn't even see you there. I thought that was Muffins taking the piss out of himself. Hello, Duck. Wouldn't you be back at... You're at work, right? Happy New Year. You're not sure on your plans? Your parents are paying for it all. Oh, lovely. There's nothing better than having a trip paid for by someone else. I'm all for it. I don't think I've ever had a holiday paid for by somebody else. I'd like to experience that one day. I would very much like to experience that. That sounds delightful. What a good New Year's resolution. What's your New Year's resolution? To have a holiday paid for by somebody else. Lovely. Okay, so we're nearly here. It's taken them forever to do this, so I've been helping out with getting the boxes in because, geez, everything's gonna go off out here. Yeah, I know, I feel that, Muffins. I feel that. I feel that. Where can I put this? Is that a duplicate? I might have to put that there for now. How do I drop the box? G. Drop it with G. Right. Now, the reason why I wanted to help with this was to get as much stock as possible out on the floor so that I don't keep thinking I need to reorder things when I don't, because we've tied up quite a lot of money in stock. And we need to sell some stuff. Staycations instead. Yeah, it is. It is nice. To be honest, just not having to work is nice. Having 2 weeks off. I didn't go anywhere for the Christmas New Year break. But, you know, it's nice to do that sometimes, because while it's good to take holidays and go somewhere, sometimes, depending what you've done, they can be very hectic holidays, really enjoyable but quite tiring. And then when you go back to work, it's like, whew, you feel like you need a holiday from your holiday. But if you're just home and you stop the schedule and you just chill, you feel like you have actually recharged. And I do feel like I have this year, so I'm quite thankful for that. To go to a camping site for a week and you spent more than you budgeted. Oh, yeah. Isn't it like when we went to Melbourne last time? So not last year, the year before. When we went to Melbourne for PAX, that was a really touch and go trip, because that was literally a couple of weeks before the house was going to be auctioned, basically. Like, there was no certainty around anything, whether the house was going to sell, which it didn't in the end. It didn't. And money was so tight because a lot of money had been put into getting the house ready to be sold. Cash flow was just fucked. So that was a very touch and go trip. And I had a really tight budget for that Melbourne trip. But it was a realistic one, I thought. But even so, it ended up costing us so much more to go to Melbourne for that trip than I could have anticipated. And a big part of it was actually the cost of getting around. So the weather was really miserable in Melbourne that year. So we didn't really rely on trams as much as we normally would. Because normally in Melbourne, I'm happy to tram it and walk around the city quite a lot. But the weather was just so bad, very, very wet. So we took a lot of Ubers instead. And the cost of Ubers had really noticeably increased, I thought. And it was just getting ridiculous how much that was costing to do every time we wanted to go somewhere. So add to that, the price of food and drink was insane. We went to a little bar. We met Jarek and Ree on the second night we were there. There's like that little gaming event they do. Is it Federation Square or near Federation Square? We got a very expensive Uber to get there. And we stopped and found a table at this bar that was there. And just to get like regular beers, the beers were like $15, like just for a normal kind of beer. And if you wanted an interesting beer, they were like $18 or $19. G&Ts were the same. Everything was just crazy. So that trip cost a lot more than I would have liked it to. And I think next time we go to PAX, I would rather stay right around that Crown complex, somewhere there, so that you're not really getting Ubers for much at all. Save quite a bit of money. So what was did you find with the camping stuff? Did you camp with caravans, tents, annexes, or did you get a cabin? Was it the actual camping fees that you thought were quite expensive? I haven't done anything like that for a while. You're nervous about leaving the cat home alone for a week. You have someone that comes to check on him. Do you have the budget, Muffins, for a little indoor camera? Because I fully get you. I go through that as well with Emily. But we have a little indoor camera that you can check from your mobile phone. So, like, if there's an area of the house where your cat tends to hang out a lot during the day, you can just put it somewhere near there. And it's just a bit of peace of mind for you. So if you do happen to check in on the camera and something looks a bit amiss, you can ask your friend or family, whoever's coming over, just to do an extra visit, just to make sure everything's okay. And that's definitely something that I was nervous about with Emily, because bunnies can go downhill very quickly if something's not right. So the thought of just having someone checking her once or twice a day, not knowing about what goes on in between, was kind of stressful. But, oh, it's made it so much better. Never have to worry now. Are you at work, Duck, or are you still on holidays? You had a tent on a powered site and it was 1K for the week. A cabin for the same week was $6.50 per night. I thought it was supposed to be a cheaper alternative. I am stunned. $6.50 a night? But you know, if you stay in the Adelaide CBD, even like the best hotel right now is the new Sky City Casino Hotel, EOS. That's about $6.50 a night to stay there. So I'm stunned that a campsite would cost that. Do you think it was just because of the time of year though? Like they're probably just taking the piss because there's so many people that want to do it at that exact time. Yeah, I highly recommend it, Muffins, honestly. You can check it from your phone whenever. And it does help because when you're away and if you feel like you want to feel like you can fully relax, and you probably won't otherwise. So I think it's a good investment. They just built them and it's a holiday loading. Yeah, that sucks. Yeah. So I'm guessing like you wouldn't do it again then at that time of year. Like you might do another camping trip like that, but not Christmas, New Year time. We're actually making money. Look at us go. She's saying she can't find the toilet paper. How is it that I have all these restockers? I'm going to boost you all. I want your knees up, mate. Get your knees up. It's taking too bloody long. You're avoiding work. It's a hard adjustment, isn't it? Going back after the break. Although yesterday wasn't too bad. Last year when I went back to work, it was an instant shit show. This year, it's okay. You saw the ones you can talk on? Yeah. Ours can do that as well. But yeah, I never talk into it. Yeah. I never talk into it because she would shit herself. Which actually might be useful if she looked like she was a bit bunged up, because that's the biggest problem with bunnies. If they stop eating and they get bunged up, maybe I should talk through it. Solve that problem. Knees up. Come on. Let's go. Actual knees. I feel like I'm one restocker short though. Why am I only ever seeing 3 of them at the same time? I think their base level is too slow. Oh, and 2 years ago it was half the price. Yeah. Can't have nice things anymore, can we? There are. If you feel like a little trip to South Australia, Fitty, might be able to give you a recommendation. Prices will be far more reasonable than that, I can guarantee. Right, this is better. This is better. Everyone's running. Now we have $10,000. I need $11,000 to expand the shop. Oh, in September. Ooh. Just as the weather is starting to get better. In spring. Lovely. Dare I say that this is going very smoothly? Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah, I was going to pop a little tent in the back garden. I'll only charge about 400 US a night. That's all right. It's a good lawn. Doing 2 runs in September. Oh, 2 opportunities. 2 opportunities for us to get a little bit of fit in our lives in September. Very good point. Very good point. You can also pick a few tomatoes for that as well. So if there's a couple of tomatoes and maybe like a baby capsicum ready, you can pick that off as well as part of the 400 US per night charge. Yes, it's not all about us. There's a few perks for the visitors as well. It is, and you know, it was after COVID that I noticed the biggest jump in holiday prices. And one of those things was actually the accommodation itself has gone up quite a lot. So if you wanted to do like a couple of nights in the Adelaide CBD previously, let's say you wanted to have a couple of big nights, so you didn't want to do taxis and stuff, you could get a really, really decent hotel for a couple of nights for a reasonable amount of money. And then after COVID, it felt like the cost had doubled, really. the cost of those same hotels had doubled, but everything was worse. The quality of the hotel had declined. There was less perks that came with it. So yeah, you know, it can put you off a little bit. I still have empty shelves. I think maybe I should get another restocker. What if I move some of these racks? I need 3 more though, and they're probably quite expensive. How much is it for a rack? A tall rack. Oh no, that's okay. They're only 250 bucks. They're like $2 each in TCG Card Shop. Oh shit. I had a cart full of stuff as well that I didn't order. Oh, brilliant. Okay, now where's that shelf? They look stressed now, don't they? Now that I've boosted them, they look really stressed. Right. As they should as well. As they should. Now let's move. If I move this one forward, how can I move it? Right. We've got some space here. And then we'll sort of put the other ones facing on the other side. You know, they've really refreshed this with these updates. I'm quite impressed. Quite pleased. I was actually going to set my schedule for the whole week last night. I ended up having way more to do than I realised. Because in the end, I changed my overlay and did all this other little bit of faffing. I just sort of ran out of time. So I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do games-wise for the next 2 mornings yet. But I'm definitely open to suggestion as well. So I do have a suggestion box in Discord. Plus you can suggest stuff in stream if you want, of course. If there's something that you have seen that you would like to watch, that you'd like to see gameplay of, or just something that you think I'd like, let me know. I have quite a lot of simulators in my library that we haven't tried yet as well. I still want to play heaps of them, actually. I've got lots of games I haven't played. And I feel like I need to have a good look at Game Pass again as well and see what's come out on there that I might have missed. Behind the 8 ball. There we go. That should fit in relatively... Oh, can I overlap that? That would be good. Brisbane? Oh, I know. Yeah, it's the accommodation, isn't it? That's what's really gone through the roof. And actually, that was noticeable... Oh, that's a bit... I'm going to have to move that. That was noticeable on that Melbourne trip as well, actually. Accommodation was tricky. Trying to get something, you know, reasonable that wasn't costing the earth. Right, that's better. Now let's go grab the other 2. The reason I'm doing this is because I needed 3 more racks to qualify for another restocker. I think we're at the point where we really need one now. I think you can have up to 6, but if it's based on rack size, how very dare, then we're going to have to keep making the storeroom bigger somehow, I guess. Hello, Corvus. Welcome in. Happy New Year. Thank you. I had a bit of a radical hair change a few months ago. Yes, I know, but they probably do now. I've become a morning streamer. So this is my first stream of 2025 and my first morning stream. I have swapped from night streams to morning, so this is my new time slot. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Very big adjustment, but I'm excited about it. Let's see if I can hire another person now. Have I got enough racks? Yeah. So now we have 5 restockers. Fly there and sleep on the street. Yeah, that doesn't sound anywhere near as chill though. Be fair, does it? He just got home from work on Monday. Oh, we never line up. We never line up. Right, so we had a lot of products not found, but I kind of know why that is now because I didn't realize that I had not placed my order for the stock that I had sitting in my cart. little bit orkies. But we're cruising now. We're making money because I've still nearly got $11,000. We're going to have to start doing some expanding. I feel like bringing in these extra little jobs like cleaning adds to the realism of it. It sort of gives you some other little things to do while you're in between jobs like you would in other Sims. I like it. I think it's good. Oh, they look like a little choir. Like they're going to start, like they would be outside of a barber shop and they're about to start singing, like on The Simpsons. They're all wearing the same outfit and everything. It's all very uniform. No, I haven't. It's funny that you bring that up, actually. I've seen some streamers play a bit of Project Zomboid, but I don't really get it. Like, I haven't seen enough of it to fully get what the game is about or to judge whether it would be a good thing to stream. But maybe I should watch a couple of YouTubes about it. Because I think, you know, it might have that that chill sort of sim element to it, but maybe with like, it's like finding a balance between it being like enjoyable and chill, but also you want to have like objectives as well. You want to feel like there's something you can work towards. Hello, Windwalker. It is. It's a beautiful, thank you for noticing my capitalism display. I've been waiting all day for somebody to comment on it. Finally, my life is complete. Happy New Year. How are you doing? I love this. Bringing in a scanner for stock ordering. I think outside of when they brought the restockers in for the staff, this is one of the most useful updates, I reckon, the scanner. Because even with all of these storage racks and labels, it was so difficult to know what to order because there's just too many products now. Look how many we're selling as well. Like, I've just refilled all of these recently and I need them all again. It's insane. All the cereal. Everything's flying off the shelves. Let's just do a little order. I'm probably going to have to help them put it all away again. But saying that, I have an extra restocker now. Sim 1 zombie mod, as Raptor put it. Oh, Raptor plays it. Do you know, I very much like Raptor's taste in games. Now, that is one creator who I do, when I do get time, I do like to just hop in and watch a little bit of. I really like the styles of games that that they play. And they often play stuff that has just come out as well. So you get to sort of see what's going on. So survive in a town and then you go out to salvage food and stuff, trying to survive the winter. That might be pretty enjoyable, actually. Have a look at it. Is it an expensive game? I don't think it's on Game Pass. I don't want to buy too many new games just yet. Like, while I've got games I've already bought that I haven't played. I don't want to get into that trap of always buying something new. You've got stuff you already bought that you haven't even tried yet. That's probably a little bit of a it's probably a little bit of an aim as well for the first part of this year, is to go through my Steam library. Oh god, there's so much stock. Like, we're all flat out putting the boxes away. Go through my Steam library and pick out some games that I have not played at all or I've only just scratched the surface with. Then I'll feel satisfied. I might even actually, if I'm not sure about, like, if there's a few to choose from, I might start doing some polls in Discord and you can vote on what you'd like to see. I just feel like once you buy a few games on Steam, it's like they just get buried in there. You completely forget what you've even got. And then Game Pass has been, I would say the last 6 months or so, it's been insane how much new content they've added to that, and good content as well. A lot of new release games. I wish the boost would last a little bit longer on staff. Need to put the light on in here as well. Just give them a little boost. Boost! Boost to the max. Knees up, everyone. You too. Lovely. Little jog. It would panic the staff. Like, the customers would feel unsettled, I think. If all the staff are running around getting a sweat on, they're going to be like, well, where's the fire? I'm worried. Goes to show how much we're selling now, though. It's like a constant restock effort. I should also, next time I play this, I should have a look and see what other kinds of furniture and stuff we can get. Now, where am I putting the bottled water? I think I might need a couple more extra speakers as well so that we can hear the music in all corners of the map. I need another one for the stock room, and I need another for the back of the supermarket as well. For the ambience. Because they're all like... Actually, the music stopped. Oh, very dear. The music's actually stopped. Just got to the end of the playlist. And it was like, nah. Oh, Civilization. I have had a lot of experience with the Civilization games, actually. I do enjoy them. But I don't know if I'd want to stream the more modern versions of that game. They are very in-depth, I find, which is great for a strategy. But I think it can be hard to do that and stream. Well, you can, but I think if you want to have a more interactive stream, it can be a little more difficult with a game like that. Just getting your head around everything you have to do. And for people to enjoy watching it. Because I think with strategy games like that, you start zipping around doing all these things that you've got in your head. And I don't always think the viewer knows what you're doing. It can kind of just feel like you're looking at a map over and over again, but you don't even really know what's happening. There's certain strategy games, I think, that do work. Stuff like your 2 Point Hospital style game, where it's a management sim, but it's you know, it's a bit more laid back, a little bit less involved. Where is... Oh, there's the vodka. There we go. We're getting through it. So if you keep clicking them, you can boost them to the max, and it actually does last for a decent amount of time. Very good. So I want one of these sponges in real life. And I want one of those tins of paint that automatically paints the whole wall just by clicking on it. Not too much to ask, I feel. I'm still not entirely sure how all of this food is going off and smelly on the floor in like 10 minutes. Come on, put you back into it. Lovely. See, there's just like smelly food everywhere. Anyone would think that, you know, I'd close the shop for 3 weeks. Very good. So if you leave it there, if you don't clean it, customers get annoyed and it affects your store points. And we want the store points to be good so that we can level up as fast as we can. Although my store level is actually quite good. I'm level 49, so it wouldn't be the level that would hold me back from the next few upgrades. It'll just be money. Which is why I've been focusing on restocking and making sure that we're not running out of stuff. But I do actually have enough money now. I've got $11,000 to do a expansion soon as well. It has an IGA vibe, actually. I would agree with that. It does. It's like a little bit too small. Quite hectic. Slightly overpriced. you know? IGAs always have a wooden floor like this as well. They tend to not use the same decor as the larger supermarkets. All right, and one little box of butter. Lovely. So we'll pop that there. It's 9 o'clock. All the Jimmies look very tired out. It's been a stressful day of being just generally charming and entertaining all day, hasn't it, Jimmies? And we have $11,000, so it'd be a good spot to leave it, I think. Next time we start the game, I'm going to probably have at least another day where we build the money up so that I have a buffer. Then buy the next expansion, which costs 11k, and then I can get some shelving and make a new section to prepare for some new products. There's still 27 products not found though. I almost feel like I need to go around and reorganize the supermarket. I'm worried that I've got products in the stock room that I don't have space for on the shelf, and that might be because I did a redesign of the shelving when I last played this ages ago. Because all these new types of shelves weren't in the game to start with. There's like ends, and they've got these round ones and these little ones. So I might have missed a few item placements there. Thanks for being here, Wayne, and everyone in chat. I'm stoked that we've had so many people here for the morning stream. I hope that was auto-saving because I can't remember when I last saved, actually. It auto-saves, right? I hope so. Oh, even if it doesn't, don't tell me. Don't tell me. My heart can't take it. I'm so used to games auto-saving. I feel like probably, definitely it would have. I think it'll be fine. But thanks so much, everyone, for hanging out this morning. I'll be back tomorrow morning and again on Thursday. I will ping Discord to let you know when I go live. It'll be around 8 a.m, about 15 minutes earlier than today when everything's working properly. Have a wonderful rest of your day or night wherever you are. And I will catch you tomorrow. Will I do a raid? Ooh, I might be pushing it a bit for time. Possibly. Have a little look. I know. I don't know now. I can't remember. I can't remember if it auto saves or not, to be honest. All right, I'll do a raid. Let's do a raid. Let's cement ourselves in this new time slot. Thank you everybody for the resubs today. The stickers, sound alerts, scare alerts, all the business. Really appreciate every single one of you, and thank you for hanging out. I thought I'd be talking to myself this morning, so this is quite a surprise, actually. All right, we are going to find somebody who is playing Supermarket Simulator. Let's find a simulator person. Oh, there's only one person, and it's not an English channel. Oh, hang on, wait, is that the same game? There's more than one game called Supermarket Simulator, I've noticed, which causes a bit of confusion. Here we go. We have somebody playing. Yep, this is an English-speaking stream. Let's have a little swizz. Let's have a little look.
That's true. Yeah, no, that is when it kind of...
Ooh, American streamer. Let's go raid. Let's go raid before they go off. We'll go Metalhead1313 playing Supermarket Simulator. Hopefully that command will work from here. I may have to do it the loser way. Yeah, it's because I'm using multi-stream chat. Oh, damn it. That's okay. I haven't raided for ages. I hardly ever raid anymore. All right, we're gonna do it now. All right, we're here. We're here. We're gonna do it. Thanks, everyone. If you can come along and say a quick hi, that would be lovely of you. And hopefully I catch your lovely faces tomorrow. It's goodbye for now. Bye.